Hello, everyone out there. Bernardo Salcido from Connecting with Teens. Thank you for joining me today. I will be talking to Lindsay at Youth Rising Coach, and she's going to be talking about a very important topic. Thank you for joining me. What is your experience and your background that has brought you to this point?
Over the last 20 years, I've worked with youth in a number of different ways. My first profession was as a pediatric physiotherapist. And so I worked with teens through that, also through youth groups. And now I have two teens myself. I'm a homeschooling mom of 6, and I love teaching. Like, teaching my kids is like what gets me on fire. Like, I just love it. And so, yeah, so my experience has really led me to focusing on mental health and learning about mental health and how I can help my kids just be more prepared for what the world is going to throw at them.
What are some quick tips that maybe you've shown on YouTube or some strategies for parents that do have teenagers to help them connect?
Yeah. So, there's so much on my YouTube channel, but I think the one thing I wanted to share was that sometimes when we kind of like get in our kids' faces and we're like, okay, this is what you need to learn, this is what you need to do, they kind of get a little bit resistant. And so I think my one big take home is like, we want our teaching with our kids to be really conversational, right? And it's just like in the moment, you take that opportunity to teach. We still do sit down and do some more formal teaching, but it's still very conversational and like, well, what do you think about that? And then the other thing is that one of the best ways to teach our kids is by example. And so, like, if I want to teach my kids to incorporate like daily mental health practices in their life, I need to be that example and show them what it looks like, right? And then as I'm doing it, like, I narrate it, I talk about it, I talk about how it's affecting me. And I also share my failures, which I think is so important, because these kids, like, I think sometimes maybe I guess the kids go from thinking my mom knows nothing to my mom knows everything. I don't know, somewhere in there.
Maybe at least she
And
thinks she does, or at least I think I do.
yeah. So I really think it's important for us to share like some of the feelings and the difficulties we're having with our kids, so they see that like we're just real people, right? Like, I see this journey of parenthood as like me walking hand in hand with these kids. I happen to be the parent, but we're like learning together, and I learn so much from my kids. And I think part of that is because we talk about things, and I share when my day's hard, so that they might come talk to me when their day's hard. And it's like, I really feel like talking to our kids in an open way about our feelings and our thoughts and failure and fear, like, if we're talking about that, they're going to be way more likely to come talk to us about it. And we want them to come talk to us about it. Because we've had experiences that we can help them on that road, and we can learn together. And so just like, yeah, being that example and being open to like conversations, I think is just really important.
It really is, honestly. And I love how you kind of put it, that conversational approach. That's one of the things that we really try to stress to parents at Connecting with Teens is opening your teen up to dialogue. And then, like you also mentioned, which is huge, is not being afraid to share your failures, coming home and talking about things that maybe didn't go so well, but you expressing that shows the teen, like you also mentioned, by example, that it's okay to talk about things that didn't go so well and what you did to navigate through it, because they're paying attention the whole time. That's how mom and dad help themselves through that problem. That's something that I can do as well. Absolutely. Conversational approach. Very, very helpful. Thank you, Lindsay.
And then just last year also started a YouTube channel where I'm taking what I'm teaching my kids and sharing it. And so with my YouTube channel, if you go watch the videos, they're actually videos of me actually teaching my kids. They're very conversational. It's like real time. The kids don't have scripts. It's like, this is what it is, and this is how teaching in my house looks. And the kids, like, every time, those kids just come up with like such amazing nuggets and just some great insight. And so and then I'm sharing that on YouTube, and hopefully like that conversation will help someone else have a conversation with their child about a mental health topic, something that can help their kids.